Boys, come by me here. Come, boys. Come, boy. All right, how's my boys? How's my boys? What? Fantastic dogs. Jesus. Come around, man. Just turn a little bit. Spit right down. Good. Here. Good. What? So, got a fun story to tell you today, boy. We got some really world-class dogs here today. So I got the two Karu boys, Karu and Sage, and this is Wes's boy and Oren's boy, and this is Mon. And I'll tell you a little bit about these dogs a little bit here. These guys run the same blood, so we'll talk a little bit about them. It's kind of a cool story really today. We're up here hiking, giving these guys a stretch. They're going home tomorrow and the day after. So they've been up here burning off some steam and running with me in the mountains. Mon is mentoring him. We heard some gunfire back over there. Somebody's up hunting, so I hope they just stay on that side. Stay way over there. But I got to tell you a few neat things anyway about this whole lineage. So the mother of these dogs is Sage, and Sage is a daughter of Tika. Tika's a daughter of Tora. Tora is Mon's sister, and Tora's a daughter of Dakota, Mon's father. Now, this is a fairly good lineage, and I'll tell you why. The longevity of this lineage is good, the health is good, but the hunting aspects are extremely good. Now this is a Karu pup, so the hunt capabilities are insane. Hey boys. Mon, I'll give you an idea about a little bit about his background. Mon has brothers that are 12 years old, and he's got brothers that are a week old. Mon's dad was 10 years old when Mon was born. Mon's sister, Luna, born the same day as Mon, same litter. She just got bred yesterday to the father of those pups, Karu. And Mon's other sister, Vada, who Mon's dad was 11 when she was born, she just got bred this morning to Karu. So those two females, those two sisters, they'll have litters a day apart, within a couple days anyway. Now, for those of you that don't know the background of this genetic, we're a preservation breeder, so I'll tell you a little story. When the association got formed in Norway, they wrote a breed standard up, and they modeled it after a dog. And Bamsel Graham, that was a pretty good dog. But what a lot of people don't know is that that dog was not actually from Norway. That dog was from the Norrland region of Sweden. That's where all the very best hunting dogs come from. And that dog had actually been purchased by a good hunter in Norway from that region. Hey boys, come up here. Boys, come by me. Now, this bloodline, of course, is one of the last few bloodlines that trace right to that area. So Mon is and same with them pups, they're Norrland dogs. So they trace right to that bloodline. We'll just turn on these pups. They're having such fun. These are remote terrain mountain dogs. So I'll let you see him work here while I'm visiting. Boys, you come up here. Come by me. Good boys. That's my boys. You come by me here. Hope I'm pointing the right way up. Good. That's my boys. That's my boys. Come by me. Right here. They want to go hunting, you see. Come on. Come, boys. Good boys. Good. So yeah, this is a superior bloodline. Now, when I went to look for a new hunting bloodline to put into my program to preserve the females, I contacted the master breeders in Finland. They work with me all the time. They've worked with me for years. And I asked them, I said, can you guys take a look at my program and talk it amongst yourselves and see which one of you want to put the male in and what line you think would be best. And so I had no input on genetic. I left it all in their hands. They know their lines better than me. They know the way I raise dogs, what I do, the lines I have. And so over the hunting camps, they talked it over for a couple of years. And they decided that the Karu line is the best line to come in here. And I didn't even know what kennel it was going to come from or anything. So it's a real honor for me to have this Karu bloodline because it's one of the very best over there. Karu's father is a champion hunting dog, and Karu's mother, of course, is a champion hunting dog too. She's a triple champion actually. She hunts bear, she hunts moose, and she's a show champion as well. So these dogs are extremely gifted genetically. And the beauty about this lineage is Mon is probably the best male in the world for this work that I do, but the Karu is almost as equal, and Karu is every bit as good as Mon. I have a little advantage with Mon, of course, because I sat with him when he was born. But Karu and I, Karu rivals Mon for handler focus. It's quite fascinating, and you can tell the little pup, you see, has all that handler focus, that bloodline. So these dogs here, you see, they're every bit as good as Mon. This is 3 of the best males in the world. I mean, if I had their dad here, I'd have all 4 of them. Now, Mon's dad, you come up here, buddy. You come by me. Mon's dad is, if his foot wasn't sore, he stepped on something. Come off a cliff and did something, so he's limping a little bit. I brought him today, but I'll get him up here next week. I still got 4 of Ledas that are here. Now, we've got those 2 females, Vada and Luna, and they're 2 of the very best females in the world, and they're bred to this Rockstar Karu. So we're going to see some incredible pups just like this. This is fantastic. Now, Dale and Wendy have Sage, they have Willow, Tika, Cedar, and Aspen. They're co-breeders with me. They raised that pup there. I just picked these 2 boys up a few days ago, so you can see the work they've done, the training they've done. It's all fantastic. These boys are good. They want to go that way, Mon. Let's put the camera on them. Come on, let's do that. You boys, hang on. I'll put the camera on you. They like it by that tree. I wanted to stay here out of the wind a little bit, but it might actually be blowing a little bit anyway. I'll just move down by that tree. Hang on, we'll just move. I got it on the tripod and it shouldn't be too bad. I hate walking with the camera. There's my boys. There's my boys. Right, I'll just level this, boys. Give me a second. Good. He's come by this big tree, boys. Oh, that's my big boys. There's my boys. There's my boys. These are my guys. These are all my guys right here. Y'all guys are good, boy. Y'all guys are good. Y'all guys are good. Jesus, you guys are good. Good. Now, a guy asked me the other day, he says, got any tips on off-leash training? And his pup was 14 weeks old, and he's scared to take him off the leash because he doesn't come back. And the number one thing I do differently, of course, is I train off-leash first, always, 100% of the time. In fact, I never train leash work until way later, like a long time. If it's my own dog, it might be 2 years. If it's a pup, 14, 15 weeks before I put a lead on it. I'll do all the off-leash first, and have them skilled in the bush before I worry about a lead. Now, the second tip that is very useful is never hike on a trail. Never get into a surrounding like this and do your off lead. And just let the dog go and sit down. Just sit down and let him go. And just keep your eye on him, watch where he's headed. But he probably will just circle around you. Natural instinct will be to do that. And so he should not disappear, but you'd have to be out just like in a situation just like this. But ideally, you should take this guy, for example, and you just walk out in the bush and sit down. And spend the first day just having your lunch there, hanging out, letting him hang out and getting used to hanging around you. He's already geared for this work. To move with a pup is nothing. You just get up and go and they go with you. But this is the key, is to be able to zero them in when you stop. You want them like this, right where you know where they are. And then you lay out your bedroll, you can crash. The dogs are going to watch you all night. And of course, don't camp by water. Camp a little ways away from the water, because otherwise you'll be up all night when the game comes. Now, I suppose they found a bear crap and they're going to roll in it and then come here. Come on, you guys, come here. Come on, bring them here. Come on. I don't want them around that tree. Come on. Bring them here. Come on. Bring them here. Good. I don't want any. No, you weren't in bear crap. That's good. You boys stay here. Just stay here, come on. Keep them in the video. A mentor dog is invaluable, though. There's no doubt about it. And so it's very handy for me to set the pups up. But yeah, this is a pretty good lineage. Mon's sister, Tora, she's 11. She wanted to come. She's the great-grandmother of these pups. But I just wanted to focus on these two boys today. So I'll take her out tomorrow up here. She's just running the yard today. I had her up yesterday. She worked hard yesterday, though. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Now, we never train with treats. Of course, it's all just hello. Good boy. All high praise. Always. And just make sure they know they did good. And that's all you need to do. You're not going to pack a bunch of liver treats in bear country. You boys stay by me. Come on, bring that guy here. I'll just turn it a little bit. We'll get on him again. I got one sitting there and one over there. Just hang on, you guys can stay there. We'll come back over there. What do you guys got over here? Who's out there? Good. But always use the same signs in the early days and keep the signs fairly consistent all the time. And then add words to the sign, and pretty soon they'll know what the words mean. But they're very visual dogs, so you use a sign first, and then tie the words to it. When you get a pup home, he won't know your tone, so you can't turn him around. He has to be looking at you. And then you sit down, you make the sign, then you call. And then he ties your tone to this sign. Only takes a few minutes if he's trained, which these guys are, and they're instinctive. So, very, very fast. So yeah, it's good. Well, this is a good group of dogs, these guys. Seriously good genetics in these guys. So Mon, he's waiting on all these daughters of Karu. Can you imagine all the daughters of Karu that we're having that are not out of Mon's lineage? Can you imagine when we use Mon on Karu's daughter? Pretty phenomenal, right? Now believe it when I tell you that Mon's mother has these little guys a week old. She's got Karu pups. So can you imagine the Karu and Mon's mother pup, or litter, like she had 7. Can you imagine how good they are? Like phenomenal. Silver Nova has pups there. Now Willow, the other sister to Sage, she has pups just like this. She was bred to Karu too. Willow and Sage are born out of the same litter. So the Willow pups are exactly like this. And Mon's sister Luna is now bred to Karu. Can you believe how good that is? I mean, give your head a shake, right? Luna's probably the best female in the world. I mean, if she ain't, her mother is. And Vida's right there. I mean, Vida. And we got Silver Nova with pups on the ground. I mean, it's just out of hand. I still got some of the lettuce there. But yeah, this is a good matchup, this combo. And then of course you see we come back in with Pretty Boy Leaf on some of these daughters. So when I breed Mon to a Karu daughter, Pretty Boy Leaf will still be young enough. And I got Leaf in the tank too. And I'll put him in the tank some more. But we can bring Leaf in on those females. How's that? Pretty cool, right? Yeah, pretty incredible. Plus I got Swix in the tank. Swix is one of the greatest bear lions out of Sweden ever. And he's waiting. He's going to go on some of these Karu daughters. Can you believe that? And he'll go on a Mon and Karu daughter too. Or he'll go on a Karu daughter and I'll hold it back for Mon. Like it's just, the combination of genetics that I have right now are pretty incredible. So as a preservation breeder, we got a nice setup going. We can preserve these old lines so well. And with the infusion of the Karu blood and the Swix blood, those breeders, I'll tell you, they're the master breeders over there. They gave us the very best lines they had. Phenomenal. To replenish and re-energize the whole North American blood. Can you believe it? Hard to believe. Yeah, pretty cool. But you just cannot believe the focus of these pups. I mean, they could go anywhere, run anywhere, do anything. Here they are. It's phenomenal. I mean, I see it all the time, but at the same time, every time you do see it, it's like a mind blower. So yeah, unbelievable. You boys are good. Now, is this some mentally stable dogs or what? Wow. So they would just chill right here. I could put these boys right to sleep right here. They wouldn't even take 5 seconds. And that's the other thing you want to train. You want to train this chill factor, because this is a very good trait. You can get a dog to chill, boy. You got it made. And all mine do. Every dog I raise, you can chill them out. Just put them to sleep. Yeah, it's very good. But you'll get handler focus like Mon out of these pups. They may not be right on the edge like Mon, but they'll be right there. Mon is so far ahead of everybody that it would be almost impossible to match him. But these guys are close, right there. I mean, they're so far ahead of other dogs in front of me. So, yeah, you boys are good. Now their great-grandfather Bram is still running. Believe it. Phenomenal Norway. That's Mon's grandfather. Phenomenal Norway dog. Oh my. And that's where all that black mass comes out of, the black ears. Mon's dad's black as coal too, but Bram is a big black rascal too, boy. Good dog, that Bram. He's first generation in Canada. Beautiful dog. Oh my goodness. Now, believe it, these guys on the other side of Sage, these two here, they're Pretty Boy Leaf grandsons. Wild. I mean, the phenomenal genetics that's in here. Yeah. So, Leaf's grandfather is the High Point Elkhound champion of all time in North America. So, these boys are loaded with genetics. Yeah. Well, that's pretty good. Well, you boys did good. I got a snack to have. I got some water for you boys. I think that's a pretty good video, Mon. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, pretty cool, these guys. Pretty cool, boys. Where's my backpack? Oh, it's up there.